Good morning, Finesse. Thank
Good
you.
morning.
Thank you for sitting down and chatting with me today. So maybe just to start off with, if you wouldn't just mind introducing yourself, your organization, and your role.
Oh, absolutely. Finesse Blumenthal, the head of human resources for litigation consulting firm, Secretariat Advisors. We are based out of Atlanta, approximately 800 people, and we're in 10 countries, well distributed. Had very high growth in the past 2 years, and it's been amazing.
Okay, so that sounds like you've got some interesting challenges then, high growth, multiple countries.
Absolutely.
What's the demographic of your organization as well? What kind of people do you have?
I mean, we're in 10 countries, so
Everything.
we're everywhere. We're Pan-Asia, Canada, obviously United States.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So you've been with Connex for a while, for a few years now, right? So maybe if you can remember all the way back, what was the reason, if you remember, that you were initially sort of attracted to work with us?
Actually, a hard question because it's really hard to remember how this began.
Yeah.
I might have had an introduction by one of the partners, possibly.
Yeah.
And I'm so grateful because it's very, not everybody knows of Connex Partners, and I think there's a reason for that.
Yeah.
But as soon as I became part of the community, it's been incredible. Met so many fantastic people and vendors and partners.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So if you sort of get to the essence of it, because I think you, like all your peers, are incredibly busy. You've got all kinds of things coming at you. You've got other networks, I'm sure. You've got other things that you could go to, whether it be SHRM or lots of other things, industry things.
What is it about Connex
Partners? What is it about
I'd love to tell you that because yes, I'm definitely well in many networks, and this is by far, genuinely, my favorite. I make sure I block this time off every year.
Okay.
What I get out of it and the people that I meet, not just from the HR executive standpoint, but even the healthcare side.
Yeah.
Everybody I meet is so. I always bring back so much with me and just have really engaging conversations. I learn so much. Very strategic conversations.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the times when I go to these conferences, which I really don't anymore because I just don't have time, I don't leave with anything.
Okay.
And I not just connect and build a network of really awesome individuals. I also connect with a lot of partners that I love. I want to know what's out there, especially with AI, like continuing to stay ahead of what's going on and how I can leverage, what's out there. So I love being connected with the partners and I've utilized them.
Okay.
I'm probably going to utilize one that I met yesterday. So it's fantastic. It really is. Everybody I meet is just so special. I don't know how you attract who you attract, but it's, it's pretty cool.
It's cool.
It's a lot of synergy.
Yeah, no, that's obviously what we're trying for. We're trying to be very different to how most things are. I think we try and be focused on relationships that people can build and have really good conversations that you don't know the fruits ultimately what those conversations will bring, but if you create the conditions, then you're likely to get some value from it.
And the conditions are great. I love the roundtables, and I'm always just wanting to scream and join in and add value. And everybody brings a lot to the table for conversations.
Obviously the peers are a big part of what makes it special, but also you mentioned the vendor partners. The process that we go through to really try and understand what it is that you would be interested in. Can you speak a little bit to that?
Yeah, absolutely. It's really diving into not just now, but continuously as you evolve, right, and your needs evolve, and the industry and the world. What are the needs, and to really dive in and say, where are you right now? Those are continuous conversations throughout the year. Where are you right now? What are you focused on? What are you needing? And then bringing the right people to the table. And organizations that I never heard of before, which I feel like I'm pretty savvy when it comes to what's out there. So I love that you introduced new partners that I didn't know existed, and really opening my eyes. There was one, like I said yesterday, it was just incredible. He blew me away.
Wow.
I can tell you who it was.
Yeah, sure.
Clar.
Oh, right, Clar. Yeah.
Yes, I mean it's I haven't seen anything quite like it.
Yeah.
It's pretty impressive.
One of the things we try and do actually is try and find really interesting vendors that are not the tier. Everyone knows the tier ones. We all know the Workdays and the that. So it's and of course a great resource for that is you and other peers who come across and work with companies and say, oh, these guys are great.
Yeah.
Obviously, we do look out for those firms as well. So it sounds like we're getting the right.
are.
Yeah.
You are, absolutely. I would have not known about Clar.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's just an example, one of many.
Yeah.
That is really exactly where I am.
Yeah.
This is a great, alignment. You understanding Connex, understanding where I am, and in my goals and strategy for this year, and bringing Clar to the table, which is completely aligned on the next steps.
Yeah.
So it's beautiful.
The
saves me a lot of work.
yeah, well, that's the goal,
Yeah,
right? 'Cause
exactly.
It's that time. We all have these time pressures, and ultimately, it's like, how do we get more accomplished in the time that we have? Because we only have 24 hours in a day, and we can't work more.
Yes, I'm trying to really evaluate that, meaningful every day.
Yeah, every day, absolutely. How about the preparation of the partners? Because that's the other side of the table here. When they come and talk to you, we obviously try and give them a starting point. So they're not coming into the conversation, cold and having to ask 20 questions.
No, they know the business. They understand where I'm coming from and get the needs. And ready for questions. Really good questions that really target into how are we going to partner with you? How is this going to be a good alignment on both fits? On both sides. So they're definitely prepared. Which is so important because again, we're talking about time. I don't want to have to explain, what we do and where we're located, So it's very valuable.
Fantastic. Well, Finesse, thank you so much for sitting down with me today.
Yes,
And
it was
sharing
honor and
experience.
pleasure.
Thank you.